Hi everyone, welcome to our channel, The Sensory Corner, your place for parent education, information, and sensory DIY. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about a topic that is hot for this summer, and it is traveling. Now, traveling with children in general is pretty challenging and stressful, but when you add different needs and special needs onto that, sometimes it's easier to just stay home than to go out. I have many different tips that I would like to share with those parents with children with different needs, especially sensory needs, and that's going to be in this video, so stay tuned and we'll get started really quick. The first thing that you want to do is let your child know what you're going to be doing. Now, my son personally has sensory processing disorder, borderline autism, and he also has ADHD. So unknowns is very scary for him and gives him major anxiety. So the biggest thing that you want to do starting about a week before your trip or more is to start telling your child what to expect, especially if you're going to an airport. Now, I have a social story for the airport, and I'm going to link it up right here, of what to expect when you're traveling on an airplane. I started playing this for my son about a week ago, and we're going to be going on a plane trip tomorrow. So he knows exactly what to expect. This helps them with the sudden shift in routines, because I know that my son really likes his routines and anything different gives him that anxiety. So you want to tell them, if you're not going to use a social story, make sure that you include things that you know for sure are going to happen. They're going to go wait in lines. They are going to go through security. They're going to have to now wear a mask. They are going to wait to get onto the plane, and things that you know for sure are going to happen. Don't give possibilities of what might happen, because that will, if it doesn't happen or if something else happens, then it will stress them out. So just generalities of, we're going to put our luggage on here, I'm going to have to take my shoes off, and so forth. But definitely check out our social story that we have. There are a lot of things that you can do in order to prepare your child for any situation that they might come up with. Personally, I'm going to go off of what we do for my child, and then you would have to tailor it to your own child. My son he gets overstimulated with sounds, so bringing a pair of noise canceling headphones works. For us personally, he doesn't like the actual noise canceling headphones. They hurt his ears. So what we do is we get a Bluetooth soft headphone set, and it can connect to music or his game when he's on his tablet, and it also serves as a good noise canceling. Now, some children need to have the actual noise canceling headphones because that isn't enough, but that would be up to your individual child. So we also plan for times that he will need some sensory input. So we have a bag of sensory techniques, which up here will be a video that we will be putting on about what we put in his sensory kit. We also have things for when we get to our destination. We bring his sensory sock for when he needs extra sensory input. We also have a stuffed animal that is weighted that he can put on his lap when he's stressed out. That could be on the plane as well. We have things that calm him down, including stickers, coloring books, his iPad with his games, and things that can keep his mind busy. So sometimes you can't plan for everything. You know your child, but you don't know everything that's going to happen. So making sure that you prepare them with breathing technique or a way for them to calm down when they're overwhelmed, or having that in like the stuffed animal or something for them to calm down is very important. So that's my third tip. Rehearse calming techniques with your child. And breathing exercises, one that I like to do is when you breathe 1, 2 in, 4 out, 2 in, 4 out seconds. So that's called box breathing. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 out, 1, 2 in, 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So that's a way for them until they're calmed down to help them with that as well. So the next thing is to make sure that you pack your child's medication. And something that we came up with as a problem is that my child is on Adderall, and that is a controlled substance, and you are not allowed, per our state regulations, to get it early. So we had to count and make sure that we had enough medication for our trip. So we had to kind of adjust doses in order to be able to have that. Another tip is make sure you put it in your backpack or your purse or something that you're going to keep carrying on, because if your luggage gets lost and your child needs that medication, it will be pretty difficult for your child. Another thing is to pack familiar snacks for your child. Children with sensory difficulties have problems with eating new foods, and eating new foods takes a lot of anxiety puts a lot of anxiety on them, and they're already under a lot of stress. Trying new clothes, trying new foods, anything else adds additional stress, and that's not necessary for the child or for you. That will cause a meltdown. So what you need to do is pack snacks that your child is familiar with. Obviously, once you go through security, you'll have to get your drinks, but food is the biggest thing. So we're gonna be packing some goldfish and some Nutter Butter. Now, the reason why we do the snacks is because I don't know what they're gonna have available in the terminal during our layover, and I don't know if he's going to be wanting to eat the food that they give on the plane. So I want to make sure that he is full and that he has things that he needs to eat when he's hungry, because behavior definitely changes when we're hungry, right? The next thing is, as I mentioned, bringing interactive toys and games. Now, this could be for any child. We have things like, he has chapter books. He likes to read his chapter books. We do have some coloring books and some books for him to read. We also pack, we have some paper. He has his crayons and his colored pencils, which we use the twistables so we don't have to worry about them breaking or anything like that where we need to sharpen them. And he will have plenty of things for him to do in addition to his tablet. That way he can be busy during those long flights. The very last tip that I have for preparing for a vacation with your child is to get everything ready the night before. Now, there's a lot of stress, and children with ADHD or anybody with ADHD, when they have something new that's gonna happen, all they do is focus on it. And they focus on it, and that's all that they're worried about. Making them decide what they're gonna wear, decide what they're gonna eat, and get everything ready the day of is going to be stressful. So have the pick out the outfit the night before, make sure that breakfast is picked out, or lunch, or whatever that you are going to need before you leave is already set up and put out for your child and your family. That'll give you less stress, and that'll give your child less stress. So these are my top 5 tips for preparing for a vacation with your child.
If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please subscribe to our channel. We have many videos just like this and others that include tips and tricks to help children with different needs.